What's up? January 12th, 2025. Exciting day. Exciting week has passed. And exciting news I have to bear. First off, today is the last day of me being 17, which is crazy to say. Very excited for the official start of my adulthood chapter and arc. Oh, that's a beautiful sunrise. I gotta catch that later. Just came back from a trip from New York City for a WAP event. That was a phenomenal experience. Had good time, had a lot of reflection time, had a lot of social time with agency friends, a lot of work, not massive amounts of work done, to be honest. It's been the same intensity, it's been the same quantity since past few months, because I've been in this hovering state, you could say, this indecisiveness of me contemplating what to do with my life, why I'm doing what I'm doing, what do I actually want, what's my ultimate vision. And I came to a few answers on this trip, and yesterday on the plane ride home, I finally have come to a conclusive answer, and so I'm going to share that today. The thing I've been thinking over is like the model or business model I should be working on, especially for the next year. Should I be working on the agency, or should I be working on something else that I'm more passionate about? And I thought really hard about this because I've lost a lot of motivation to work on the agency. What I came to realize is that I have passions completely separate from the whole agency space and roofing lead generation space. You know, I'm not particularly passionate about these specific spaces, and that's okay. What I realize is that I'm passionate about other areas, but it doesn't have to be mutually exclusive. For example, I'm very passionate about optimizing my health. I love biohacking, I love getting optimized sleep, I love having a clean diet, eating whole, delicious, organic foods. I love going on walks, I love exercising, I love going to the gym, challenging myself. Like, I actually genuinely love this, and I'm passionate about it. And I have a particular desire to keep on pursuing this for the rest of my life. I just enjoy doing it. Something I learned over the week was that your passions are God-given gifts. Your passions are God-given gifts that He particularly set your heart towards, so that you could serve Him and serve others in that particular vehicle. And I think this is what I've been contemplating about, like a health business, right? Like, I'm particularly passionate about optimizing my health. I want to do the same for others, and I help people in that area of their life. I think that's where that comes from, right? And the other thing I'm very passionate about is God. It's building my relationship with Him. It's praying, it's worshiping, it's reading the Bible, it's understanding how good God is, how true His word is. It's reading truth every day, reading wisdom, and it excites me. It gets me on fire. It's something I truly want to do for the rest of my life, every single day. And those are just two examples of what I'm passionate about. Two main examples. And so I thought that because, of these two passions, that for the next years of my life, I need to work in that area professionally. Like, more specifically, build a business that, like a health coaching school community, similar to what like Anime Shreds does, or Call Rum's Crusade does, or like a Discord community that I coach people in, or something to do with that, or that I have to build some like very Christian, faith like community, which honestly I still don't think is a bad idea, but like do something like that on school and convert people to the faith and make YouTube videos around the faith, and like that's a more active way to pursue God, right? But I'm wrong. In fact, I can build upon and pursue these passions even whilst I'm working on a completely separate vehicle from work. And I can still honor God by working on the agency. It's just now, and this is an incredible idea that I got from a YouTube video about putting the focus on Christ. Now, instead of me or Matthew being the CEO or CEO of our business, at the head is Jesus Christ. He's the one who makes the ultimate decisions, who sets the values, who sets the culture, who leads the way, who sets the vision. Jesus Christ is at the head of our company. And I can make that switch. I can switch, or I can just put him head. I can promote him, if you will, to head of the company, to CEO of the company. And we follow what he says. We follow him. And what this means is that I can build that Christ-centered, that kingdom-driven purpose through an agency business model, which is such a beautiful thing. And I don't think anybody else is really doing that. The only I know two faith-based entrepreneurs that are super close and that are very close with their relationship with God. That's Antonio, who I met at Capital Club, and Matt Shields. Matt Shields is building his company, I believe, in a very similar way. And that's an exciting thing for me, because I think I can get behind like the conviction that I really, really am passionate about and very excited about are ones that are back behind a eternal vision. A godly vision. And if I have Jesus Christ as my head, CEO, and this doesn't even have to be about business, but in fact every aspect of my life, Jesus Christ is my coach when it comes to my health and fitness. He's my mentor when it comes to reading and learning. He's my father and a father-like relationship when it comes to relationships. Like, I could put him head of everything. Put my entire life centered around him. Because in reality, he's really all that I need, and all the goodness that comes out of business and serving others flows from that, right? It's like a fountain. He's at the center of the fountain, and from the center, is what flows water, fruits of the Spirit. It's what comes out of the fountain, right? But if all you have is the center, if you only have a outside piece of the fountain or half of the fountain, but you don't have the center, then water can't flow. So that's what I need. And then on the other side of the other, passion is health. I want to live my life in a particular way, a very healthy lifestyle, very clean and organized lifestyle that I've envisioned, that allows me to eat cleanly, sleep optimally, be able to look at sunlight every day, drink raw milk and organic grass-fed steaks every day, if I wish to do so. To have a nice clean kitchen setup, a nice organized fridge. I like order. I like order when it comes to the kitchen area. I like it clean. I don't like it to be too messy. If I wanted to record a recipe video one day and I can just lay everything out on the countertop and show a video on how to make the ingredients and whatever, I want to be able to do that if I wanted to, and post on my channel about that. Now, I particularly like cooking and that aspect of health too, making my foods. So if I'm able to do that, even whilst maintaining really whatever work I'm doing, I'm happy with that. I'm okay with that. And so my whole kind of wrapping this whole part up, I don't need to particularly switch the vehicle in which I'm working right now. That's what I've been contemplating. I can stick to Clive, but still pursue my passions to fullest extent. And so, to wrap this off, I'm going to finish what I came to revelation about yesterday. And it's about prioritization of money, my success, my health, my relationships, and fearing God. So here's what I came to realize. In the book of Ecclesiastes, King Solomon states that everything you chase on earth is vanity. The success, the infinite amounts of money you can make, even the relationships you make, your health, your body, it all becomes dust, right? But the main moral of that story at the very last chapter, he says the only thing that's not vanity and the thing that you should do is fear God and keep his commandments. And something clicked for me. It was that, for a long time I've been putting those things on a pedestal above God, but it was only after because of the last recent months that I began to contemplate on these priorities. Now I've really solidified what my number one priority is going to be in life, and it'll never change, and it should never change. And that's to fear God and keep his commandments. That's my number one priority. The fear of God, keeping his commandments. And what this means is that health, money, relationships, success, all of the things that I desire and I want to achieve fall below that. But here's the thing, it doesn't mean for me to stop pursuing these things or not chase success or not make money or not build the relationship I want or not get that dream house that I want or not to want nice things and luxurious and expensive things and to not want like a very dream lifestyle to pursue my desires. It doesn't mean any of that. I thought I had to deny myself to like that extent and become like a Christian monk or something, or like, again, pursue like a different model when it comes to the vehicle I was in, like a maybe Christian health-centered business that's like it has to matter. Like, no, I believe the agency to be an extremely perfect vehicle right now in this point in my life, to be a cash flow machine. If I really put in what I need to do, we can make so much money, profit so much, I can save so much, I can build a foundation for myself. But when I thought of all that, I was like, why do I even want money? Like, literally a few weeks ago, I've been thinking to myself, like, what's the point of money? Isn't Ecclesiastes says it's all vanity? Why can't I just be happy with like a 3K a month income? To some extent, there's some truth in that. To want more things means you'll have to increase your income and you'll have to work harder. But I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing, or even a thing that God doesn't want you to do. The problem becomes when you prioritize these things over the fear of God and keeping his commandments. And so the reminder I need to drill into myself is that I can desire at the same intensity at which I desired from the beginning of all this, from when I was into like law of attraction and truly visualizing my dream life and my desires. I had so many things that I wanted to pursue. I can go back to that. I can have that same intensity of desire. The only exception is I cannot have a priority or place an importance of this over the fear of God and keeping his commandments. The fear of God and keeping his commandments is always the number one thing. To love God with all my soul, mind, strength, and heart. And so this adds so much clarity. I don't need to switch to a new business model. I don't need to like give up everything, even give up my desires, right? Proverbs 16:9, many are the plans in a man's heart, but the Lord will direct his steps. So this is what I will place my faith in. This is what I trust. What that verse means to me. It means I can want very, very badly. I can want earthly things, right? As long as I keep that number one priority up here, right? I can want these things so badly, and even intensely. Like, I might want evil at times, and that's okay because I'm a sinner. It might happen, right? I might want something that's not aligned with God's will. But what that verse promises is that he will make straight my path. He will direct my steps into the right direction, right? So I can be like this, I can set the goal, set the vision I have for my life, and be very, very intent about that. And I might oversteer, partially go in some weird direction that's not aligned with God's will, but I can assure that God will direct my steps. He will tell me where to go. He will show me his ways and lead me into his truth so that I can correct my course and know that I'm actually going on the right path aligned to his will. This is an amazing assurance, an amazing backup, you could say, because 100K months, 200K months, $1 million mansions, $1 million net worths, $1 million exits, making millions in crypto and investing, or having equity in businesses and building a big team. And I've held a lot of these desires back because I was questioning whether or not it's aligned with God's will. I'm I don't even know if I want money, right? But I can want these good things. It's good for me. And it pushes me to be better. And according to the lifestyle that I want, the dream house that I want, the family I want to build, I do have to sustain a significant amount of income for that. And so I do need to work right now in this point in my life, but that's okay because God will ultimately guide me in the right direction. He'll direct my steps. He'll make my path straight. It says his word is a lamp unto your feet as well. Psalm 119, 105. He's a light to my path and a lamp to my feet. So he will shine light on where I need to go in each direction. If I align my heart to him, which I've been doing that extremely. I'm actually on a 3-day fast right now. Today's the 3rd day. And I'll break my fast today. But aligning my heart to him, praying, talking to him, all of that will give me the clarity to know whether or not I'm on the right path. And I believe what I came to revelation to, the prioritization, fearing God and keeping his commandments, and still pursuing my passions and desires very intently, very intensely, very passionately, very intentionally. Do that with all my heart. Do it with all my strength. Do it with all my mind. Do it with all my soul. Pursue those things. I can pursue worldly things as long as I ever have an understanding that imagine heaven. Imagine heaven. It'll be so much better than all these things. And that's what I truly have my heart focused on. Because now the first commandment, or the first priority, is fearing God, keeping his commandments, and loving him with everything. Doesn't mean I can't love other things with a similar intensity. It's just I can't shift the alignment of priority or importance. So I can love everything to the same intensity. That is like a click, an aha moment for me. I thought it had to be somewhat balanced or lesser. But as long as I have my eyes set to the kingdom of God and his righteousness, all these things will be added to you. This is amazing. So, that's what I came to realize too. And my life trajectory is going to change because of this. Because of this insight and understanding that I've gained over the last week and few weeks, and especially yesterday, January 11th, 2025, was a fantastic day that changed the trajectory of my life, truly. Because this direction, this why, this understanding of myself is what is the breakthrough that I needed to push myself forward, to continue working on the agency, to grow it to 100K months, 200K months, 100K profits, to get that cash flow, to build an amazing team, to build an amazing product, to apply business knowledge and true skills to an online entrepreneurship. That's like, I'm getting excited about that now, and I have never felt this way for so long because I didn't have the right why. But as long as I have my centered focus and understanding on God, on the kingdom of God, on fearing God, on loving God, I can live this life to the fullest. And that's what I'm excited about. This is amazing. I'm so excited. Elijah Kim, January 12th, 2025, last day of 17 years old, turning 17 tomorrow. Lesson for anyone watching this. So align your heart to God and figure out what your priorities are. Once you understand your priorities, especially your number one priority, center your whole life around that. Make it your focal point and pursue everything around it at the same intensity, because that's okay. That's a life worth living. All right, Elijah Kim out.